Welcome in, folks, once again for race day. Here we are again for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series here from Richmond Raceway, the penultimate race of Season 8 for ASRA. Man, a lot of racing, a lot of, a long journey this season has been so far. But today, we are 2 races away from the finale, man. Today, the middle race of the Championship Series. Cannot wait to get talking about it right here. Right now, we'll go trackside qualifying underway, obviously, so let's go down there and find out how it's going so far. A lot to cover early on in this race. Jacob Weiss pretty quick right now. John Hagen on track. Anderson back to the top here. Where does Hagen end up? 21.34 for one of our Championship Series drivers. Brandon Bowie going to come across the stripe there. Anderson, Angel, all kinds of guys are going to be making their way around this 3/4 mile track. Tim Robb as well. Big day today for these drivers. Again, the ones in the lime green are the drivers for the championship. Looks like Brandon Bowie going to be P2 right there, just shy of John Hagen. Looking really good right there. Who else is on track? Devin Smecker, there he is. Going to warm up those tires. Man, look at that DripDropz machine right there. Looking slick today, red, white, and blue. Just past July 4th weekend. Hope everybody had a good weekend, obviously, and hope you all have your fingers still. Or your toes. I don't know how you set up fireworks nowadays, but we'll trust you. Smecker going to try and get a lap around here in just a second. We'll cover a few more guys first instead. Thomas Meek's going to be coming around here very quick. Van Drugman, last week's winner from Auto Club, looking to get himself another win, maybe back-to-back. Was very, very fast in practice just moments ago. Right now in 3rd spot. Can he eclipse Bowie and Hagen for that top spot? Yes, he does. 21.31 on top of the board here. Couple of more guys here. Mark Whitley. Saw him creeping up the board right there, about P5 on the practice, so expect him to be quick. Definitely fast at these short tracks, so I expect him to be in contention for sure. P8, okay, not bad for him. Blaze Crawford, our resident Coke Series driver, having a week off today. There we go, 21.26. Expected nothing else except that from Blaze Crawford. Happy to have him back today. Break week for the Coke Series. As now we see Nick Lights making a roundabout here in that Stint 62 machine. Always fast. Nick Lights was pretty well quick in practice as well, so looking to see if he can back it up here. P8, does he better that at all? P6 will be where he ends up. James Thurston, the last right now of the championship for drivers. Man, look at this red, white, and blue scheme. I love it. Stars in the white. Red, white, and blue. Looking good. Can he get himself the top spot right now? Currently in P16. Might have that one more lap to try and nail it. Let's see where Thurston ends up as Mealy goes to P9 right there. Good, solid top 9 starting spot for him. Thurston, second lap always better typically. Right there to P1 on top of the board. 21.26. Beats out Blaze Crawford. Very good run right there for James Thurston. Kenny Reel on board right now. Ooh, brand new paint scheme for the number 11 Precision. Can't really tell what's on that, but man, look at that ride. Looking good today. Trying to go for that Dark Horse trophy. Trying what he can here. Daryl Young also on track right now. As the sun begins to set, going to be basically a full nighttime race here as we get going. There we go. That's going to be it. Everyone else could not finish their runs. James Thurston will be the pole sitter for tonight's DripDropz 200. And man, a good spot to start up right there. Very important to get yourself at the beginning of the field if you can. As all these guys going to go down right now, do some laps, a quick warm-up session. Practice their, pit entry, pit exit, things like that. Go take a break, a little bathroom break, maybe grab a, I don't know, Corona. Who knows? We're going to be good right now. We're going to thank some sponsors real quick. Yeah, Kenny Real. New paint goes crazy. It looks good, man. I'm looking how it looks. I got to tell you, not too bad. But hey, we'll go and take a quick break, folks. We'll thank some sponsors. We'll come right back for the green flag.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers full sleeping, Rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, Rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. We're right in the warm-up session right here, right before this DripDropz 200. Big race ahead of us right now. The second race in the championship series. Last week at Auto Club, Van Drugman stole one away from the regular crowd. Van Drugman, wild card, hey, non-playoff driver ends, finds himself in victory lane. Pretty cool stuff right there, obviously, for him. John Hagen, unfortunately, didn't have a great run there. And, man, he's looking to find himself into this championship if he can. Quick update, by the way. This championship, this is the second race out of the three. So it's a culmination of the three races, the point totals. And whoever has the highest will be the champion. So right now, John Hagen kind of on the outside looking in. We'll give a quick update on the championship right now. Here we go. If I can find the right one, there we go. So championship points right here. So Smecker had a really good run last week, 65 points. Bowie 60. Thurston 45. And then there Hagen is with the 18. So, man, the spread right now is pretty decent for Hagen. Obviously, Thurston, 20 points back. Definitely not ideal for him. He's going to have a good two races here. Hagen will need to just find something, right? And again, it's not about wins, it's just about consistency. You gotta have three great races. Right now, Smecker and Bowie doing just that. So we will see how this goes, obviously, as we, continue this crazy run. Auto Club, Richmond, and then next week, Nashville will be a lot of fun to try and tame that, the concrete jungle of that. So gonna be a lot of fun. I think, man, it's gonna be definitely interesting to see how these guys can handle it. Obviously, last week, Auto Club was a great race. I'll tell you that. 2 cautions, very, very good. And overall, a lot of fun. So today's race, 200 laps. We'll talk about all that in just a second. Warm-up session is over. Going to have time here to go down trackside in just a minute. Big thanks, by the way, to all you folks for being here, watching online on race day. and supporting the channel and the stream, the league, whatever it is. So definitely appreciate it. And man, a huge crowd today as well in Richmond. Awesome to see. 29 drivers going to be on track today. And for the second to last race of the season, man, that is definitely pretty awesome. So appreciate everyone making this possible. Right now, I'm going to go down trackside here to get this DripDropz 200 underway. Obviously, we are just about close enough to get it going here. Here we go. On the pole, going to be James Thurston. He is not on track right now, but we'll get to him in just a second. Van Drugman in P3. There he is. Look at that paint scheme, man. Unbelievable. Great job right there. Murphy Esport Machine in P1. Blaze Crawford P2. Van Drugman in that third spot. Followed by John Hagen, Brandon Bowie. All right there. Jackson Anderson P6. Nick Lights P7. Christian Angel P8. Michael Johnson 9th. Joseph Mealy in P10. Followed by Mark Whitley, Matthew Fleming, Thomas Meeks, Jacob Weist, Brandon Fetterplace, Daryl Young in P17, Trevor Zelazny, Scott Casorn, Austin Salyers, and then rounding at the field here, Kenny Reel, Julio Villalobos, Austin Halsey, Brandon Six. Uh-oh. We don't see the traditional blue and black Battle Beaver car. But, all right, we're going to go, all right, Devin Smecker, 25, right there. Man, not a great effort for Devin Smecker. Will have to find himself through the field. Max Brady back there gets the, we'll get the EOL for a previous infraction from a few races ago. Will Doe, James Kaufman, and then Ethan Delaire. All right there. So, hey, we're going to get it going here in just a minute. Green flag about to be out. Brand new Richmond track. Let's bring up the race details. Right there. 200 laps, followed by stage 1, lap 65, stage 2, 130. Divide this race into thirds. Big day. Penultimate race of the season. Middle race of the championship series. Pace car going to pull off here. 65 laps is the mark to get to stage 1. Thurston and Blaze Crawford. Go green. Expect a tough race today for sure. Richmond is not typically one of those tracks that can be easy. It can definitely file out, single file racing, but right here, turn 4, man, it gets so loose on the exit. As the sun goes down, though, should definitely see cooler and cooler temps. These guys will definitely get into a groove as we get going, though, but going to be a fast race. 200 laps around this place will go by pretty quick. As right now we're seeing James Thurston oh no, Brandon Bowie! Around he goes on to the front stretch here. Championship contender Whitley and Fetterplace through the grass. Bowie goes around right there. Oh no. And our first caution right here on lap 3. Some left front damage there. The back end as well. Man, we don't ever see Brandon Bowie wreck. He is just the definition of consistency, but right here and today, man, this was not what he needed early on. Let's go back real quick and find out what happened here. Again, just talking about that turn 4. We'll see if he was involved in that. Maybe got loose or somebody did loose. Yeah, kind of around right there already. Nick Lights got involved. I think Christian Angel might have gotten tagged on the back end. Try and find a better view here. Okay, here we go. So entering turn 3, let's see where this kind of goes downhill. Right, he's right here side by side John Hagen. Okay, nothing yet. It'll be next time by. It's always difficult sometimes to find where these cautions come out in our replay system, but we will find it. Track is small enough to where we can just kind of watch this lap and see what happens. Okay, so right here into turn 3. Looking pretty good there. Ooh, just lost it. Look at, just flat lost it right there out of turn 4. locked it down. Nick Lights obviously right there, couldn't go anywhere. And that will bring out our first caution. Man, that's definitely tough. Mealy going to be involved there. Right side wall impact. Unfortunate already. Big damage for our two-time champion, Brandon Bowie. One of our two-time champions, actually. With Mark Whitley being the other. Man, tough break right there. Nick Lights, again, involved. Christian Angel looks like maybe he had some damage, I think, on the back end, I want to say. Yeah, you can see it right there. Back right side. Mealy involved. Right side damage. Heavy. Definitely not what you want to see early on. But, hey, you know what? If you're a Hagen, if you're a Thurston, this is really good news for you. Right? You know, me as a driver, I never want to hope that one of my contenders or you know, somebody I'm racing against has bad luck per se, right? You don't, you know, you want to race for it, I guess, evenly maybe. Maybe I'm different, I don't know, but I feel like for Hagen though, or for Thurston, this is a big, big, big moment for these guys right here as they choose at the start finish line. They go down low to the apron for the inside lane, up against the outside wall there for the outside lane. Christian Taylor, I joined and there's junk. Yeah, it's, hey, sometimes that can happen. Appreciate you, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, some little industry secret, I guess you could say. Yeah, the replay transitions and whatnot. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's it takes a lot of tinkering, unfortunately, with the behind the scenes. I'm no expert by any means, but sometimes you just kind of keep messing with stuff until you figure it out, and that's a lot of what we do here. So, but appreciate it. Min 40. That mean the 40 seconds minimum or required? That is not good if that's the case, but hey, this is going to be a short track, right? We're going to see short track things happen. And that one right there was not in my bingo card to see Brandon Bowie lose it like that. But hey, that can happen. Sometimes the All-Stars can make big mistakes, and that was one. We've seen it multiple times in different races. But here we go. Thurston Crawford again on the front row. We're going to go back green here. And the green flag is out. Going to watch the outside wall too, especially in turn 2. I feel like that, for me at least as a driver, is not easy. And I've always defended it. Man, turn 2 at Richmond, when you come off the banking in turn 2, it almost feels like the backstretch kind of angles the other way. It's very, very weird for me. It's a lot flatter, I believe, than the Iowa backstretch. But this right here, this turn 3, turn 4, you just got to be so careful back on the throttle. And as we're starting to see lap 11 guys already kind of single filing out. The new tire model, obviously, a big question mark at tracks like this. What can they do? How can they preserve their tires? You know, do you go quick? Do you save them? Obviously, like we've seen, right? Fresh tires, cold tires especially. Man, you got to be so careful to get yourself and stay on the track, really, is the key. But back in the pack real quick. Julio Villalobos in the back right here, 29th. Brandon 6. I don't know, maybe he lost some sponsorship or something. Has the black and red default iRacing paint scheme. Not sure what's going on there, but it's all good. Sometimes Trading Paints has other ideas, but nobody else looks like it seems like they have any issues, so it can happen. Matthew Fleming, a lot of these guys already single filing out, right? Nick Light's going to try and get back to the front here. Very, very fast driver. Down low of Austin Halsey. Tell you what, one of the guys, Austin Halsey, speaking to him real quick, Halsey's been a great addition. You know, I look back at, you know, start of the season, and you know, just like every other league. Oh, man, a huge hit there, actually. Man, got to be careful, but you think about, you know, new drivers coming into the series and, you know, are they going to be any good, right? Recruitment is always a fun time in iRacing leagues. And, you know, in a case like this, Halsey's been a good one. He had some, you know, early season, you know, kind of jitters, but, man, he has figured it out pretty good. And, you know, gotten fast at times and definitely has had his good races. But it's good to see good people work out, you know? Sometimes that's the case, and it's always good. As right now, I think the lights just came on. Let's go take a look right now. James Thurston under fire here very soon from Van Drugmond. Let's go on board real quick from the cockpit. And you know what that means. We're going to go Hosky hot lap here. Take a look at on board. James Thurston under fire here from Van Drugmond. Last week's Auto Club winner, two-time winner this season. Not a playoff driver, but definitely going for some trophies here today. James Thurston needing a solid points day today to keep him, just to keep him in this championship fight, right? 3 races, total point accumulation, and set himself up well for Nashville next week. Because Van Drugmond looking inside outside. He's faster right now, but I'll tell you what, will that last over the course of this 65 lap run, right, for stage 1? Upshift down up to P5, gear 5. Back down to 4th. Probably stay in 4th gear on the backstretch. Hit the chip just a little bit. And then down you go. Great job out of here for James Thurston. Having a fantastic run right now. Trying to hold on to that lead. Man, good stuff. Blaze Crawford P3. Again, glad he can be here today. Coke Series driver. And has today off, so glad to see him back in action today. John Hagan P4. Again, you know, the other driver, 18 points only. Auto Club last week was really, really tough for him. He needs an incredible 2 races here and then next week in Nashville. And hope the math works out to get that championship, his first for ASRA. Michael Johnson, man, came so close last week for his first win at Auto Club. Came up short, P2. That win definitely coming. Mark Whitley as well, P7. Has kind of turned on hot lately. Mark Whitley, I'll tell you what, these playoffs has been very, very fast in that Jawa.gg machine. Let's bring it up real quick. Hold on, here we go. Boom. Buy, sell, and upgrade between gamers. Hey, you know what? We take care of our sponsors. I know they sponsored a couple races ago, but you know what? We take care of our people. And Jawa definitely deserves a shout out. Looking good right now on that number 77 machine. Fighting Michael Johnson here for P6. Might be able to get it here. You can already tell the tire is definitely warmed up. That turn 4 going to be less and less menacing as the race continues. Obviously, as the track temps come down too. So, might get a little tight, I feel like, as the run goes on and as the race goes on, but good racing for sure. Better in Fetter Place up to P12. I thought a little birdie told me he would be missing some races in July, but I'm glad he's here. Very cool to see. Fighting for that Contenders Championship. Real quick, let's bring that up real fast. The championship points right now. Obviously, the championship in the lime green means the most, but we have kind of a secondary and a tertiary championship in the Contenders and Challengers. Right now, these guys doing pretty good. Weist and Brady missed last race, so things are a bit tough for them, but it's all good. Everyone doing their thing. I'll tell you what, 29 drivers in this race for the second to last race is a really, really healthy sign. Very proud of it. And man, these guys are just always impressed me. Brandon Bowie in P19. So this is where it's kind of going to get, you know, crunch zone, right? He is involved in that first wreck on lap 3, where he got involved right now, battling Devin Smacker on the outside. Devin back to P19 right here. So 2 drivers still in the championship. fighting for as many points as they can get today. And Brandon Bowie going to try and get himself up into that top 10. Interestingly enough, I mean, last week we saw, you know, Bowie and Smecker really have a great day, you know, compared to Thurston and Hagen, right? But then today, so far at least, it kind of seems the opposite, right? Hagen and Thurston are having the better day. I know it's early, I know it's only lap 30, but that's kind of the indication, right? So that's why I feel like, hey, that 3-race championship instead of that 1 race, man, it really indicates how, you know, determines a champion over the course of time and consistency, as we see a bunch of moves right here. Will Doe, Scott Gassorn making some moves here back in 25th and 26th. Villalobos looking to sneak in there as well. Maybe going to squeeze down low. Yes, he does. Great racing so far. Big thanks again to DripDropz. Always appreciate them, as well as Hosky and Cardano. Hosky.io. Man, a shout out to you boys in the, I'm sure you're on X right now, maybe in one of those X spaces. Appreciate you guys always checking in and supporting the stream and the league. Good stuff today as we watch Ethan Delaire right now. Devin Smecker going to try and go low here to pass Delaire. I'll tell you what, one thing I'm noticing a lot with these newest updates. So for those who don't know, Richmond, this track right here was actually just updated recently in the most recent iRacing update. Pretty much everything is new about the track. Artwork, you know, grandstands, signage, you know, paint on the track, right? Various places, but also the track itself. It was rescanned and completely, you know, redone. So this is a brand new, essentially, track on the sim. Very, very updated Richmond. So pretty cool to see. And one thing I'm noticing is just how good the graphics look. I mean, they look very, very good from this view. Really cool to see all the just all the varying things, right? How iRacing has developed over the years and gotten better and better. As right now, from the back end of Michael Johnson, we see the lights turned on, sunset going down, orange skies in the distance. Man, impressive run right now. Brandon Six going a lap down right here, it looks like. In his, oh no, caution on the track. Who's that in the back? Van Drugmond on the backstretch. Oh no. Second caution of the day. Pretty well banged up there, I think, on the left side. Maybe we'll try and get a better angle if we can. There we go. Okay, maybe not too bad. Maybe just got loose out of turn 2. Waiting for drivers to pass. That way he can scooch on by cleanly without any contact. Oh man, front end really beat up, actually. Not good. He was right there too, fighting for that, fighting for the top spot. Let's go back and find out. See if we can find a good angle here. Apologies here as we try and figure out what we're doing. Van Drugmond. Okay, here we go. We'll try and find out. Everyone is pitting. We'll get to that in just a second. You can see how loose he is right there. Out of that turn 2. Coming out right here. Here we go. So on the front stretch, trying to still catch James Thurston. Blaze Crawford definitely catching the pair. As right now, man. Okay, still, you know, let's just go to this this right here. Oh, contact actually between Van Drugmond and Blaze. Looks like Blaze maybe crossed in front of him. It's hard to, or Van came down across his nose. Tough to say from that angle, but definitely contact between the two. Man, that is unfortunate. Big damage to the front end of that 14 machine. Looks like he might be okay though. As hey, lap 38, we're getting down pretty close to stage 1's conclusion. Blaze Crawford also on pit road. Maybe he gets, oh, he's already back in the field here, 28th, so looks like he is going to get that EOL for causing it. We will wait for confirmation though, but James Thurston still out front. Majority of the field, pretty much everybody actually, came down pit road. Let's try and see if we can dial somebody up real quick if we have enough time. Let's find out if this is the one to go here. The choose. Looks like it will be. Okay, so we're not going to have enough time to talk to anybody. Always want to make sure we have enough time and drivers can focus and make sure that they can do their thing without interruption. So caution flag out once more. Okay, so we do have enough time. Looks like they're going to be extending that yellow flag. Race control. Shout out Matthew Kent. See if we can bring in Jackson Anderson, actually, if we have time to do it. Let's see if we can sneak him in. There he is. Jackson Anderson, man. You get a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, man, coming to one to go here, I think. Real quick, talk to us about the race, your race. How's the track feeling, man? How are the vibes out there?
It's sketchy. It's hard not to overdrive it and spin out and keep your spot without getting pressured. It's very difficult.
You think the truck is going to grip up as the sun goes down here? Going to get a little better out of turn 4?
It's not even that. It's just the dirty air, and then once your tires wear in after the first 5 laps, you kind of just get stuck where you're at, unless you know how to save tires, which I do not, so, I'm screwed.
All right, man. Well, hey, good luck rest of the way, and have fun.
All right. Thank you.
There he is, Jackson Anderson, trying to do what he can out there, as we're hearing. Here we go, back green. Thurston Hagen up front. Championship 4 drivers take the green flag once again. Gonna go low. Hagen, little swaparoo right in front of Mark Whitley. Very, very cautious right there. 3 wide here. Oh boy, Tim Robb. Trevor Zelazny, hey, 3 wide can work. Yellow flag is out though, back in the field. Looks like Ethan Delaire goes around. Very minimal damage, actually, out of that 99. Don't see anything yet, which is good. Yeah, looks like he's going to be okay, so let's find out where it all went wrong here. As we find out the yellow flag. Oh, yeah, by himself. So just got loose out of turn 2. Looks like Meeks had some tire smoke there as well. So up ahead. Don't believe Ethan hit anything. Good job locking it down there. Surprised actually it brought out a yellow flag. He was stopped right there on the apron, but sometimes we don't we don't fully understand the mysteries of iRacing, but it's all good. Angel right here in P23. Van Drugman all coming down pit road, involved in a couple of incidents earlier on. And they're making their way down pit road. Is my mic all of a sudden not working? Hold on. Are we good? Oh, man. Uh... Check, check. Ah! Are we good? What is happening right now? Check, check. I think we're back. Are we back? We are so back, I think. I love it when technology just says, you know what? Nah, not today. Not today, my friend. I don't think I've ever had that, where my mic just decides to go, yeah, bro, we're not doing it today. We're going to use some PTO time. We're going to head out early. So apologize for that technical issue. Man, sometimes you just don't know what happens, but it's all good. Hey, we do it live, right? So, caution came out. The green flag obviously came out. Thurston kept the lead. Right now, a caution flag did come out with I'm sorry, not Ethan Delaire. That was the last one. Trevor Zelazny. Let's go back real quick and find out what happened. See if we can get a little sneak peek here of what went down with Trevor. Yeah, see, so just got loose right here out of turn 2. Same thing we saw Delaire do and Bowie for the most part. kept it off the wall, sort of, a little bit. Still minimal damage, but should be okay. As we go back right here, lap 56. Stage 1 ends again at lap 65, so we're getting very, very close to that. For those new to the series and to the channel, we don't throw yellow flags for stages in this series. We keep them going green, so we'll award the points on lap 65, but we will keep it green. So appreciate you, Hutchinson. Hey, you know, most of the time our streams go pretty smooth and no issues, but sometimes, you know, a little gremlin here and there, and it's all good. It can happen. The choose rule underway right now as we get going here. Lap 60 will be the mark. So one thing we do, if a caution comes out within 5 laps of the scheduled stage end, we will call that the stage end. So if we get one more caution after this, then it'll probably be in that realm. So as we get going here, but Thurston Hagen up front, Anderson, Whitley, Max Brady extending that yellow flag once again. Who is going to get... Who's going to get it? Usually when we see that yellow flag being extended, our race control nabs somebody for some kind of infraction or whatnot, but looks like we're going to be okay this time around. We'll see, but most everyone's still on track here, it looks like. Villalobos on track right there. Mealy getting some work done on that machine. Stage 1 almost done here. Thurston Hagen obviously having some really good luck up front, running well. Brandon Bowie currently 16th. And then Devin Sprecher right now in P9. So Bowie right outside that top 10 for the stage points. We'll definitely need to find some points there. Same with Sprecher. Not going to be too bad here if he stays in that top 10, but a lot can happen in a couple laps here. Here we go. Back green we go. Thurston and Hagen. Geico restart zone, and we are off again. Everyone going for those extremely huge stage points. Hagen and Thurston need them the most. That one extra point that Hagen can try and go for here, man, that could be everything. But back in the field too, trying to go for that top 10 is so important. Right now, lap 60 it is. If a caution comes out, that will end the stage. And everyone going for it. Just like Anderson said, right, man, those tires, they are so key right now. You can really pass and be aggressive with them early, but after that, a couple laps, really have to be cautious. A lot of guys making good moves here. Zalazzi going to try and be 3 wide here, down low. We're going to make it work. Scott Gasorn inside wall. Hard nose for sure. Devin Sprecher still 3 wide. Oh my word. You can tell stage points are key right now. Sprecher way outside right here. P12. And that is not going to be enough to get some stage points. Bowie as well trying to get himself in. Going to go 3 wide here. Dive it into Meeks and Rob. Every point matters. Bowie and Sprecher coming with a healthy lead. 15 and 20 points respectively. Above Hagen and Thurston. Let's show it right now. This was the gap entering this race. But lap 64, stage 1. A half a lap away right here. Thurston's going to be a couple corners away from getting the stage 1 win. And there it is. James Thurston, stage 1 winner. Huge, huge, huge right there. That will be 10 extra points. And Hagen, 9 extra points for their playoffs, right? We keep it green though. Hey, no stage yellows in this series. As, by the way, watch out, Mark Whitley in P3, Max Brady up 20 spots from his EOL penalty. A couple of fast guys here making their way to the front already at the end of stage 1. That's bad news for this field, as right now around 10th place we are really starting to see these guys fighting for it. I don't believe Smecker and Bowie got points right there in the stage, so that means this gap right here that you're seeing just got way closer. So that 20-point lead that Smecker had against Thurston, hey, that's cut in half now. That's only 10 points. So just like that, it can happen that quick. Three wide with Meeks would scare me. Hey, we've known Meeks for a long time here in ASRA. He's one of our OG guys, and that's pretty funny. Looking good though. Right now in 16th place, about halfway in the field, as Christian Angel makes a move up high as well, trying to take out that low line from him. But so far looking pretty good. A lot of guys battling back. 2 wide's possible here. 3 wide is definitely scary. But good racing. I'll tell you what, good racing. Single file for the most part through the top 10. We're going to fix our eyes here on this kind of 13th spot right here. Smecker and Bowie trying to fight for some stage points. I mean, not right now at least, but hey, lap 130 will be when we finish it off here. Sticking right on board, actually, Devin Smecker. It's a good time to go another Hosky Hall lap as he's battling Brandon Bowie here. I mean, look at this, really fighting for it. Sunset going down here. Thought about making a dive right there, I bet, but still holds on to it. Looking pretty clean right here out of turn 4. Jacob Weist on his back end, trying to squeeze his way through. But doing what he can for sure. Bowie with the damage from that lap 3 incident. Smecker, no damage, I believe, but so far it just seems like kind of struggling at this track. And I know before the race, earlier in the week, you know, this was kind of that track where Smecker was like, man, I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough for him. I think if he can get through this race with a decent point, you know, a point gap, either positive or minus, I think Nashville could treat him pretty well. Typically been pretty good at tracks like that, so. Long way to go, though. Only lap 74. Halfway here. Not too far in the distance, so. Thurston still dominating this race right here, and this is exactly what he needs. A race like this, where we know he's capable of doing it. Obviously, Van Drugman had the issues earlier on. Right now, unfortunately, he is back in 19th, so had the front end damage. Looks like it's pretty good now, but unfortunately, track position, man, is just so hard to get as Hagan keeps pounding that wall on the outside. That is not going to be bueno if he keeps it going. Max Brady in 3rd spot. Looking pretty quick right now, pretty racy. Yep, 21 spots today. Driver with the most passes up through the field, the best so far. So Brady missed the last couple of races here, looking to get into that Challenger playoff hunt, but not quite going to do it, perhaps. Just that point difference is going to be too big, but not too bad. Russian Mafia Racing. Hey, I love to see a bunch of new people in the chat today. Love that. Hey, if you don't mind, hey, you know what? Just tell me how'd you find us? How'd you find the stream? I know the Coke series is off today, but always curious how people find us. You know, it's definitely a way to, big stats guy. Like to see where people come from. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thurston Hagan, Brady Whitley, great run, and then Jackson Anderson in P5. Awesome today. Matthew Fleming, I'll tell you what, P7 for him right now is really, really good. I mean, I talk about, you know, OG drivers, right? Thomas Meeks and a couple of them. Frankie Barroso not here today as well. has some prior commitments. But man, Fleming has been around now for a while, and the team owner of Flagship and Flemdog Motorsports, and he's been a rock in this series for a long time. And man, has won a couple of races throughout the time here, and a couple of big races too that he's won. And man, to see him in P7 is a really good deal. So love that. Always good to see our OG drivers making a run for it, having a good day today. So not too bad for sure. Brandon Bowie back up to P9, trying to salvage a good day today. Damage looks pretty well fixed, actually. Had a couple of cautions to get himself back in line there, so not too bad. I expect him to be back up there, at the end. But hey, those stage 1 points, missing out on the top 10 points, that could be huge for his race. But really, it's playoffs too. But ooh, hold on, Anderson around. Oh lordy! Oh, big hit right there. Tried to save it. Going to be a caution, I would imagine. Yes, it is. It seemed like he tried to save it, but then, man, big hit for Devin Smecker. That is not going to be good. Another playoff driver. I think Fetter Place actually, too, did the same thing. Yeah, they hit both ends of Jackson Anderson. Oh, man. It seemed like Anderson tried to save it, maybe, but then just wasn't able to. The caution flag's out here. 5th caution of the day. Let's go back real quick and see it. I heard the tires squealing. I knew that was going to be bad news. Let's see if we can find it. Try and see if we can get a full picture here of what went down. You see Nick Light scanning him pretty good right here. Anderson struggling with that car. We talked to him earlier. Looks like it'll be next time by. Sometimes, and Hutchinson, you'll understand this if you use SDK, man. This is sometimes not the easiest program to use to try and find the exact moment of a replay. Maybe some contact here, actually. Oh, it was Nicolaites right into Anderson there. Tried to save it, had it kind of saved there, but then just didn't have enough to do much. Locked it down. Oh, man, unfortunate for Anderson. But yeah, Fetter Place, Smecker got a lot of damage here. Everyone comes down pit road now. A lot of damage to repair. Lots of things to do here, but a big change up right here on lap 84. Again, stage 2 will end on lap 130, so a bit of a ways to go here, but man, oh man. So, up front, Mark Whitley takes the lead here. Wonder if this is one of those Mark Whitley 2-tire stops just to get that track position. And I think if he did, that would be pretty smart because, man, the track position here so far, it seems like it's pretty hard to get. But a caution nonetheless. Let's try and bring up... You know what? Let's just do it. If we get an extension here for the caution, we'll bring in Mark Whitley real fast. Let's try and see if we get that. I'm going to guess we go choose here, but yes, we do. Everyone making their call right now. Seems like everything is going to be good to go here for the restart. Nope. Never mind. All right, let's real quick bring in Mark Whitley if we can. Let's sneak him in. Hey, Marcus, Steve the Booth Man, you got me?
Gotcha.
Hey, got the P1 spot right here. Is this one of those infamous 2-tire stops trying to get that track position? What you got out there?
Well, I just stayed out because I wanted to lead a lap and get the bonus point.
Okay.
And then I figured I needed to just be on a different strategy than these other 3 guys that have been up here at the front. I feel like I got good pace to keep up with them, but this track, it's so hard to pass. Just figured try to get off sequence, and hopefully we'll have the fresher tires when it matters the most.
Cool. Hey, man, smart move right there. Not bad. Good luck rest of the way, dude. We'll catch you at the end.
Thank you.
All right. You heard it from the man yourself. I thought maybe, hey, maybe some 2 tires, maybe a little early, but trying to get that track position. I mean, definitely has the track position, but what he can do with it on older tires remains to be seen. But we'll see how this all works out. Whitley and Thurston up front, trying to get stage 2 back underway. Here we go. Thurston. Whitley, great jump right there for these two. Man, Whitley really got out there. Good jump. Can he hold on to it? Thurston going to go around here on the outside lane. It's going to definitely get him off kilter. Ooh, a little loose. John Hagen really messed up here. Around he goes. I don't know how the hell he saved that and kept it off the wall, but he did. Unbelievable job for Hagen. Kept it off the wall, keeps it green. Probably wishes the caution came out, but now he's way in the back. Huge implications for the playoffs as he's right in the back now. Hey, Whitley throwing a wrench into their strat. That kind of definitely got Hagen and Thurston up in arms. Oh man, Delaire again around once more. That caution going to save Hagen a bit, but right here, what goes down out of turn 2? Yeah, going to be a Delaire again here. Looks like out of turn 2. Big into the outside wall. Anderson, oh man. Oh, squeezed right past him. Great job, Fetter Place. Oh my God, he's going to be right through him. Brandon 6. Helped him out a little bit. Oh man, great job to avoid him from Anderson and Fetter Place. That could have been brutal for them. But Anderson way back there again, 27th. He was just about there in that that top pack, but again, the damage probably too much. Devin Smacker in the back right there too, 22nd spot. Definitely not the race he has needed to have today. Not good for his playoff hopes. But again, he came into this race with a healthy lead. Just needs some more things to go wrong for other guys, I guess, as horrible as that sounds. But either way, pit road time. Fetter Place, Smecker, Brendan 6. All these guys coming down pit road, so. $99 going through hell today. You know what? He's doing his best. I know Delaire always jokes about it. I think he says his dad watches, so if Daddy Delaire, is that appropriate? If Daddy Delaire is watching tonight, then shout out to you. But hey, you know what? He's doing okay. He's in the pits right now with an extremely sus pit crew. But we're gonna, move past it. Can I get a zoom in here? Maybe not. It's all right. We're gonna pretend like that whole 30 seconds didn't happen, but it's all good. We're gonna go back arena here in a second. I don't know where I was for the past 60 seconds, but it's all good. Choose line is here. Everyone making their move. Got to be careful. The choose police will be out. Matthew Kent does not mess around with it. Uh-oh. Nick Light's kind of in the middle there. Ew. Richmond, yeah. Leave high school half day early. I love that, man. It's a good place. I've never been here. I have family actually who live in Christiansburg, Virginia. I don't know how far that is to the track or to near you, but yeah, good stuff. So lap 94, we'll go back green here on lap 95. Have about 35 laps to go. 35 laps to go in stage 2. So far been pretty wild. Obviously Thurston, Hagen have had good success today so far, But Hagen had that little bobble right there on the restart. All the way back in the field, not great. Smacker struggling on speed, it looks like. Bowie had that big damage, obviously, on lap 3. But here he is in 4th. So far, so good for Brandon Bowie. Mike dead again. What? Okay. Now I'm paranoid. Back green we go. Thurston. Uh-oh. Van Drugman making a hero move. 3 wide here down low. We know he's fast. And can he get back to the front? It's going to take some different strategies, right? Mark Whitley making that move to stay out green. Whitley still trying to hold on to that lead if he can. 2-time champion trying to get himself back in victory circle one way or another. As Thurston takes the lead again. Little bobble out of Whitley. Bowie going to get past here. Blaze going to follow through. Yellow flag is out, though, back in the field. Jacob Wieston in front of him. Oh, no. Scott Gasson, everybody. John Hagen again in the back. Huge wreck here on the backstretch. Hagen involved once again. Don't see a ton of damage there, but hey, that's what happens when you're going to be in the back of the field. That's the messy part. Let's see what happens. When does this come out? Yellow flag. Let's just try and find out. Jacob Wiest was involved. Okay, so he comes across the nose here. It looks like maybe of Zelazny. Couldn't quite tell how that went down, but Zelazny going to be right in front. Nick Lights. Daryl Young going to pound the behind of Tim Robb. Thomas Meeks just sends it in there. Why not? Just kidding. Scott Gassorn, Austin Halsey. Oh my word. Yeah, a bunch of guys just have nowhere to go. Big damage for a couple of guys. Maybe not race-ending damage for anybody, but definitely going to be some time in pit road. Going to have some fights on pit road. Hey, you know what? Yeah, maybe. But that's just short track racing, right? As infamously said. On pit road, by the way, John Hagen, Meeks, second half of the field, all coming down, getting some damage fixed and such. Lap 99, though. I've had some of those races, man, where, to your point, some of those guys looked like they wanted to be involved. Yes, that might be the case. I've had some races like that when I drive once in a while that I'm just like, you know what, just take me out of my damn misery, man. So I agree. It can happen. But look at what this does right now. I mean, again, Hagen currently in 24th, and I know I'm concentrating a lot on these 4 drivers, but hey, it's the championship series. That's what we're going to do. John Hagen back on pit road in 23rd. Definitely can't afford another bad race points-wise. Had finished second in stage 1, which is great, but we'll need to definitely try and get some more stage points in these next 30 laps at lap 130 when stage 2 ends. So we'll see what he can end up with. Up and down day, though, for Hagen for sure. But the one that I'm concerned about, Devin Schmecker right now in P10. Not doing terrible, but definitely not, up front when he needs to be in that 26 machine of DripDropz. Yellow flag going to be extended once more. Get it back going here in just a minute. But again, big shout out to you guys for being here online and watching the stream. Always appreciate it. Here from Richmond, this is our second to last race of the season. Season 9 will begin August 19th. Pretty excited for that season to get going. Season 9 is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of cool things coming into the season, coming into the series. Creatively, but also, just different things we always like to do. A couple of changes that are necessary, how it always goes. But Recruitment will be open here pretty soon as we wind down season 8. But a hell of a journey, and right now these guys are going to try and go for it. Thurston, Bowie, Championship 4 drivers here fighting for it. Whitley still holding on to the old tires there in P4 on the second row. There we go. Thurston again takes the green. Man, really good run so far. Van Drugman, I'll tell you what, he's going to be a problem for these guys by the end of this race. He is extremely fast and able to get through the field, it looks like. So that early issue, man, looks like he's going to be able to be okay towards the end. Bunch of guys still 2 by 2 as we go here. Night conditions about to be underway. Hey, it's a short track, and we expect short track antics. We are definitely getting our fill today. Close battle here with Brady and Bowie. Blaze Crawford as well. Caution once again. Scott Gasorn, I think, goes around here on the backstretch. Quick yellow, perhaps. I think it was just Gasorn going around here. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Gonna be okay there. Little oopsie poopsie out of turn 2, but Scott Gasorn, always a character, man, in the Discord. All kinds of stories and, I don't know, shenanigans afoot out of that number 7 machine, but front end pretty well banged up. It's all good, though. Making his way around. Look at all the marbles there on the inside. Pretty cool right there, but a lot of guys making their way down pit road. Better half of the field here. Not a bad move here out of Whitley coming down pit road. Maintains a pretty good amount of track position there, but now I'm going to take those 4 tires and fuel. I'm going to be on this alternate strategy here. Not a bad move if this plays out for him. Will Doe. Anderson, Hagen. Will Doe keeping the car clean so far, it looks like. Great job out of him. A couple of guys have damage in the back here, but keeping it together for the most part. Not looking too terrible here for the majority of these guys. So good stuff so far. If this yellow gets extended here, we'll try and bring in somebody. Oh, it is. Okay, let's bring in, who do we want to see? You know what? Let's bring in Austin Halsey. Oh, actually, is he? Yeah, let's bring him in. Austin Halsey, Steve the Movement, you got me?
Hi, man, what's up?
What's up, dude? Hey, obviously right now, not looking too great right now. You're back. It looks like maybe involved in a wreck or two, but making your way around the track, looking pretty decent overall, you know, throughout the season and even today a little bit earlier on. How's the track feel? You know, how do you feel? How are the vibes out there, man?
Vibes are good, honestly. The track, I feel like, is getting a little bit better to drive. As honestly is probably one of my more favorite races right now. So a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. I think you just gotta watch that occasional person spinning off of 2. But other than all, it's been chill.
Love that, man. Yeah, turn 2 has definitely been pretty hard. I thought maybe turn 4 would be because it's just so loose off of that, but seems like, yeah, to your point, turn 2 is definitely the harder of the corners. But hey, good stuff so far, man. We'll get you at the end. Good luck.
Of course, thank you.
There he is, Austin Halsey, looking pretty good right there in the 82 machine. Hi, my name is Mark on the side of that machine, the little squid, or is that an octopus? Either way, looks pretty badass. So pretty cool stuff there. On our way back to green flag here momentarily. They already chose, but right now we're gonna get it back going. Lap 109, 20 to go here in stage 2. We got to talk about how you do those graphics on a timer. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Graphics on a timer. Oh, up top. Yeah. That's, yeah, we can talk. That's easy. All right, so once again, Thurston Crawford now up front. Looking pretty quick. So here we go. Going back green, Thurston Crawford. Thurston gets that jump. And back green we go, lap 110. Always appreciate Harpoon Design bringing the noise as we just did right there. Lap 113, James Thurston, big lead right here up against Brandon Bowie, who has now found his way back to the front. Very, very big movement here out of Bowie. Man, had that big wreck on lap 3. Got himself some damage and some really bad track position, but here he is back again in P2, trying to reclaim his spot in that top 3, maybe even for a chance for the win. Van Drugman still in P4 right here. Looking very quick. Brady, a little bumperoo right there in the back end, and not happy, it looks like, maybe, with the 14 machine. Brady, definitely. We're going to keep the camera right here. Feel like these guys, definitely some bad blood. Not sure where it came from or why, but earlier incident maybe. Yeah, Brady's still kind of going for him. That is not uncalled for, or that is uncalled for. Gonna watch that battle real quick. Obviously some bad blood there. Not sure where it came from, but we will definitely document that as we keep this race going. Back at the field right here, Mark Whitley, one of the first guys on fresh tires, so watch out for him to get through this field here. A lot of these guys have older tires, about 20, 25 laps here as we start to wind down stage 2. '17 just got a warning from race control to, hey, knock it off. Obviously, we don't want to see some damage or some wrecking, so sometimes that can happen. But right now, that 14 definitely on his way through the field. Van Drugman, very, very fast guys up ahead here. But James Thurston, man, so far a clinic today in number 6 machine. Brandon Bowie on the way back to the front too, but definitely some hungry drivers behind him. So 10 laps to go here. Blaze Crawford, your yellow flag is actually out. Looks like Jacob Weist maybe once again with an issue on the front stretch here. He's pointed the right direction, so I'm not sure what might have happened, but let's find out. Oh, Fetter Place just comes up just a hair and right in front of Hagen. Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, not going to be a lot of damage there for Weist, which is definitely good. Nobody else involved, but yeah, Fetter Place just came up just a tooch. And involved Jacob Weist. So, hey, There we are. 9th caution right now, very close to the end of stage 2. Lap 130 will be when that happens. Everyone going to come down pit road here. All the leaders. I expect to see maybe Mark Whitley staying out. Yes, he does. Just got fresh tires. Good call by Mark. That strategy so far seems like it's paying out very, very well. So Van Drugmond actually as well did stay out. James Thurston, Brandon Bowie. Championship drivers all down pit road. Everyone else doing the same as well. So nighttime conditions just about done here. We're not really done, but here. They're here. And track temp going to cool down a bit, it seems like, and we'll see how it all works out. But really, really good stuff. Let's try and bring in, as we're under yellow here, see if we can bring in, who's available actually? Let's find out who's around. I would say I'd bring in Scott Gasorn, but I don't see him in the Discord. So let's bring in Christian Angel. Right now in P2. Christian Angel, Steve Tucker in the booth, man. You got me?
What's up, Steve? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm really good, man. Right now you're in P2. Obviously, it looks like you chose a different strat from earlier on, so you have that nice P2 spot in front of your teammate Mark Whitley. What's the play here? I mean, obviously 6 laps to go, just about maybe 5 laps to go here before stage 2 ends. Trying to get some good points here, trying to get a stage win. What's the play?
Just survive, get some good stage points. You know, Jackson and Tim Robb have had some problems tonight, so try to get me some stage points, give me a little upper hand on them, and just survive here towards the end of the stage. And, you know, I feel like there's going to be another caution, so we'll see what happens. Yeah,
it's a good call. Obviously going for that Challenger, trophy. So, but yeah, every point matters, man. Looking pretty good out there in P2. Maybe you can eclipse Van. He's been pretty fast, but hey, good luck rest of the way, dude.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it, man.
There he is, Christian Angel, right there in P2, going to try and get the win here for the stage. Van Drugmond, obviously, right there as well. Caution going to be extended one more time here just to get the field wrapped up, it looks like. So we'll go green here about lap 126, which means that if a caution were to come out before then, before that 130 mark, that'll end the stage. So this restart might be very key to try and get somebody's stage points. Obviously, again, quick update on the standings, right? I mean, right here, championship points definitely on the line here to get these stage points. But look at that contender points, right? I mean, they're in line trying to get themselves, their bracket win. Same thing with the challenger points, right? Angel has a pretty good lead right there in that top spot for challenger. So doing what they can now to get to the front. Every point matters. Good stage points possible for Hagen, Bowie, and Thurston. Smecker gotta find that way into that top 10 here. Here we go, 4 laps to go for stage 2 as we go back green. Christian Angel, not a great jump right there in the restart. Maybe go 3 wide here for Hagen. Teammate, oh man, contact there with Whitley and Angel. Hagen gonna find some room here to get in front of Angel maybe. Bowie might get around him too, a little bump. Gonna be aggressive here as we're 3 wide. Mark Whitley maybe 4 wide here in Richmond. Bowie pushing to 3. Man, Mark Whitley, great move to go down low there. Finds an awesome run. Very, very wise. As we're seeing our two-time champions battling it out here to try and get some late stage points for stage 2. Drugmond has basically checked out here in P1. John Hagen looking really good in that second spot. And everyone else behind him fighting for every point they can. Blaze Crawford right in the mix. Oh no, Angel gonna go around here maybe. Yes, he does. Goes around. And that will be the stage end right there. So Van Drugman wins stage 2. Great job for him, man. John Hagen again finishes second in stage 2, just like stage 1. I'll tell you what, his race has been completely up and down, but he is there when it matters to get the points. And that's what matters the most right now. James Thurston third, Whitley fourth, Brandon Bowie P5. Lights Crawford Smecker finds his way back into the top 10. Those 2 points could be huge. Or 3, excuse me, points for him could be huge as Brady and Weist round out that top 10. So stage 2, done and dusted on lap 130. Caution came out, which ends the stage. It came out within that 5-lap period, so that'll be the stage end. We're going to go and thank some sponsors real quick while we have the time. We'll come right back, folks.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers full sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. It is the DripDropz 200 here in Richmond. Penultimate race of the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. And right now on lap 132. Just wrapped up stage 2 as Van Drugman got the win right there. So looking to get his 3rd win of the season if he can try and get it. Right now, though, alternate strategies. It's kind of the big storyline here as we see it. Obviously, bunch of cautions here and there, but hey, it's a short track. We expect that. Almost 30 drivers on track for the second to last race, man, unheard of. Very impressive, though, by these guys. So right now, though, again, the strategies are different. Van Drugman, older tires, you know, Hagen, Whitley, Thurston, all those guys. But then you look at these guys in the back right here. You know, Bowie and Weist and a bunch of guys took different tires too there. So, man, different strategies. How's it going to work out? That's the big question, right? Will this thing stay green? Will we get, you know, some more cautions, right? A lot can change here. As now we're seeing that top 4, the championship 4, all in the top 10, indicated by the lime green on their cars, as well as the lime green on the tower. Before we go back green, again, just want to thank everybody for watching. Great viewership today. Appreciate that. All the support. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Definitely helps us a long way, getting to our goal of 1,000 pretty soon. And definitely appreciate any super chats and you know, donations for sure. All those things are definitely appreciated. Right now, though, we're going to go back green. Drugman and Hagen on the front row. And back green we go. Geico restart zone. Oh, no, Hagen. Around he goes. Little blinkaroo here. In a big, big mess here on the front stretch on the restart of stage 3. Unbelievable. John Hagen not even on track right now. Can't even go to his camera view. Got sent to Narnia. Unfortunate right here. As our 11th caution strikes, John Hagen. We'll try and see if we can get a replay of that, but I think he had some kind of network issue or whatnot. As the camera crew right there, hard at work. I mean, lordy. We'll go back to that green flag and find out what happens here with John Hagen. Okay, here he is outside of the front row. Possibly spins the tires. Yeah, you can see him just, oh man, hard into the right side wall. Oh no, Smacker going to get damage here too. That's really bad for his effort today. And then, yeah, see, just disappears. So extremely odd of what happened there. Let's go back once more. I want to see if we can ride on board there and see if we can hear anything. Oh man, yeah, super unfortunate for John Hagen. A couple of people on pit road right now. See if we can see John Hagen on track at all. Yeah, Hagen's not even on track right now, so he definitely had some kind of a internet connection issue, or maybe, you know, I don't know. I wonder if he didn't maybe spin the tires right, or money shifted. Maybe he just hard disconnected, you know, and the wheel just defaulted right. Maybe I don't know, but that is a tough break for a championship driver, and that is not what he needed. I mean, got those great stage points right in stage 1 and 2. Came in second on both, but right there, that is, man, that might play a big role into how he finishes this race if he's able to get back in. Matthew Fleming got involved in that pretty big, it looked like, from a certain angle on pit road right now, servicing that number 88. As the choose rule, excuse me, is underway. Choose car hopefully makes a return next season, season 9. I know that's a nice, one of our fun gimmicks, I guess you can call it, in ASRA. Always a good time when we have that choose car out on track. You never know who's going to hit it. You never know what's going to happen, but it's always fun. So we'll try it again here in a couple laps. Lap 140, just about. Again, nerves are high, right? Short track racing, second to last race, playoffs. Everyone's going for their respective champion, or championship, trophy, you know, whatever you want to call it. Man, a lot going on. But Drugmund looking very fast. Thurston, obviously. It's good to see. And this is kind of what I meant before about, you know, hey, try something different in the playoffs, right? If you're a Mark Whitley, if you're a Van Drugmund, you know, whoever it is, you know, you might not be in a championship 4 situation or whatnot, but hey, just try and get a win, try and get your best finish, right? Looking at, you know, like a Jacob Weist or Michael Johnson, right? Try and go for your first win ever, like Johnson almost did last week in Auto Club. Always things to do and improve upon at the end of a season. But here we go, 60 laps to go here as we try to get in Van Drugmund in Thurston on the front row. Great jump right there for Drugmund. Green's out once more. A lot of big moves happening right now. Drugmund still in the front of the field. Great run so far. Thurston in P2 trying to get that win again. Oh, caution once more. Will Doe, I think, in the back. Had a pretty clean race up until this point. Front end looks pretty well beat up. Try and get a view of what happened here to Will Doe. Oh, weird. Just lost it right there on the backstretch. Oh, no. And then Brandon sixth into the wall hard, trying to avoid Zelazny as well. Unfortunate. A lot of guys, you know, going hard now, right? It's lap 143 out of 200. Everyone's trying to get as many points as they can, pass cars. But the reality is, man, with these tires especially, cold tires are just so hard. You really have to just give it a couple laps to be able to get it going. But that can happen. We'll take a quick break once more. Thank a couple more sponsors. We'll come right back before we go back green. Welcome back, folks. The DripDropz 200 underway here from Richmond. Second to last race of the season, middle race of our championship series. And for those of you who are new to this league, hey, this isn't one of those, you know, Phoenix last race, 4 drivers, whoever finishes first wins. Nope, this is a championship series now. So it's 3 races, best point total out of the 3 is the champion. Right now, we're going to go try and bring in somebody from the track. Let's bring in Brandon Bowie, actually, if we can, if he's available for comment. Brandon Bowie, Steve at the booth, you got me?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Hey, man, looking pretty good right now. Up and down day for you earlier in that lap 3 incident, but hey, right now, looking pretty sharp. How's the track feel? How's the fuel look right now? 50-ish laps to go.
Well, I'm good on fuel, by about 5 gallons, give or take. I mean, if we go any slower, I'll even have more, but yeah, I mean, the track is pretty grippy, a little slick on the first couple laps, as you saw from Hagen kind of spinning the tires and wreck himself. So yeah, the track is grip after a couple laps, and then it's really racy. So we just gotta get some green flag runs, man.
I agree. Yeah, short track antics for sure. But hey, good luck, man, going to green here.
All right, thanks.
Good stuff out of Brandon Bowie starting in that 3rd spot. Here we go. Drugmond and Thurston. Once again, great restart out of Drugmond. Thurston not too far back either. 52 laps to go here. Can everyone hold on to their stuff? Obviously, hey, again, right? Oh, it's Nick Lights, a little loose. Out of 4, kept it going though, straight ahead. Good job out of him, middle of the pack. This is where it usually gets the diciest. Everyone trying to fight for every spot they can, but man, that dirty air is just so bad sometimes. As Thurston getting around here for P1, can he get it? Might clear him here to turn across the line. Turn 1. Yes, he does. Gonna clear. Van Drugman takes the lead once again. Thurston getting back to the front here. Great run. Bowie as well, trying to pass Blaze Crawford. Max Brady not too far back either. Man, good runs for a lot of these guys, but that mid-pack once more. Let's go back to it. Angel Whitley, teammates here. Kenny Real in the mix too. I mean, right now in P12, not too bad. In that brand new precision machine number 11. Trying to get around Thomas Meeks right here. It's just so hard, right? This is the meat grinder. So tough to get around a lot of these guys to make passes and just find enough room, right? Hold on to tires as well. It's just so difficult. As back in the field, a lot of these guys just trying to survive right now. James Kaufman, Will Doe, Ethan DeLaire, right? Bunch of guys here doing their thing. Up front, Max Brady going to make that pass around Bowie. That's for a P4. But Thurston back up front, 153. And I mean, again, according to Brandon Bowie, good to go on fuel. So that tells me the majority of these guys, especially the guys who just pit, are good for fuel as well. So fuel, not a concern. As we try and wrap up this race, 45 laps to go here at the line. Mark Whitley making a great run here, still in P10. Brendan Fetter plays. Haven't talked much about him. I mean, besides his wreck that he had, he was involved with when I believe it was Hagen spun around. But man, really worked on that car. Front end looking pretty clean. And up to P10. Keep in mind, he's right in the middle of that contender playoff battle with Michael Johnson, Fetter Place, Whitley, Weist. Very, very tight battle, so every single point matters, right? And that guy right behind him, Mark Whitley, fighting for that contender title as well. So everyone fighting for something here today in this race. But this is it. The Battle Beaver Championship Series, Auto Club, Richmond, and then Nashville next week. 157 laps into this race right now. As Willie going to make a move here down low into turn 3. Picture perfect move so far. Well, Villalobos getting in the way there. Oh, a little loose from Whitley. But continues on as the front of the field still looks the same for the most part. Up front, Thurston. And what a change in vibe this would be if Thurston can pull off this win. Obviously, points are going to be, tighter, which is great for Thurston. Came in with a 20-point deficit to his teammate Smecker. Today could be the day, hey, this middle race to really make it interesting. Nashville next week could literally come down to 1 or 2 points to win this championship. It all matters. Drugmond, Blaze Crawford, Brady, Bowie. Extreme talent up here in the top 10. Nick Light's right here. Michael Johnson. Smecker, hey, making it work. Up to P8 right now. Hasn't had the best of luck today so far. Stage point wise and whatnot, but man, he is inching his way up to the front in P8. And just getting through it. The attrition factor definitely matters. Might have a Mark Whitley to contend with here in just a second. Yes, he does on the inside there. Mark Whitley going to try and pounce. Looking good right here from Mark Whitley. Quick update, by the way, on John Hagen. Out of the race, it looks like. Again, not on track right now. Bowie mentioned that he spun his tires on the restart, but man, I don't know if that was the case. Maybe, unless there was some kind of issue, but either way, super unfortunate for John Hagen. That mathematically might be it for his hopes of a championship this season. We'll see how Nashville goes and the rest of this race, but Brady making a move. Van Drugmond kind of slowing up here. Your stage 2 winner. Fresher tires are going to prevail. I'm being told. Apparently he alt F forward. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can believe it. I can definitely believe it. Definitely frustrating, right? I mean, he made a mistake earlier in the race when Whitley had that lead, or had the lead for the restart. Bobbled it, saved it, and then got himself all the way back up to the front again, just to make, kind of another mistake. So you hate to see it, but that can sometimes be what makes a champion. Thurston up front. Speaking of what it makes to be a champion, man, Thurston is just doing all the right things today. Won the pole, won stage 1, and then right now trying to get this race win done, as there's some light lap traffic here up ahead. Zelazny and Skakasorn. But good runs as Crawford definitely... Hey, we saw how fast Crawford was earlier on. A couple of cautions came out, changed the dynamic a bit, but Crawford might have something for these boys too. He is right there, looking very quick. Brady, quick as well. Nick Light's making a great run in that Stint 62 machine. Hey, and by the way, if Brian's watching, or anybody on the Murphy team watching maybe now or post-race, man, I love the idea of this Stint 62 machine. It's just so cool. So for those of you who don't know, it's basically like an all-star car, right? So, you know, Nick Lights is considered the full-time driver, you know, for the car, but it's really kind of meant for, you know, just new people to jump in all season long. So earlier in the season, we had Corey Heim driving the car for a couple of races. I think there were some more drivers who were primed to race in it, but couldn't commit due to, you know, certain things. You know, some more real-life drivers. So, but a very cool idea. Something I'd like to see more of in seasons to come. I think it's a cool idea. Get people to sub in, try the series out, but also, you know, have that celebrity factor and, you know, kind of that Shane Van Gisbergen effect, right? Maybe come in, steal a win like we've seen Kevin King do and things like that. Always a lot of fun to see that work out. So, but good stuff here out of Nick Lights, former series winner multiple times. And also, by the way, Truck Series champion. Back in the day, ASRA had a Truck Series for a couple of seasons, and Nick Lights won both championships. So, fun fact for the day, as Kenny Reel makes a move here around Devin Schmecker. Schmecker still kind of falling down here a little bit, down to P14 as we see it. Kenny Reel making around, as well as Mealy right now. Mealy enters this race as the Dark Horse leader. Dark Horse trophy is basically like a best of the rest championship for the boys who didn't make the playoffs. Right now, Mealy is leading that, and right now in front of Real, who basically his competition so far, as well as, you know, Villalobos and guys like that. So good runs for them so far today. I mean, top 15, not too bad, you know, for a 30-car field, just about. Really good to see. But up front, the battle is heating up. Thurston in the lead, but for how long? Blaze Crawford is right here, about a tenth or two behind. Man, looking really, really fast though so far. Very, very fast. Came in earlier, Blaze Crawford, in the season. And won at Daytona. One of our marquee events, and trying to come in and win another one if he can. Our resident Coke Series driver in the field. Can race, you know, races here when he can. Been here for a couple of races, and right now we're going to try and go for the lead for James Thurston. 25 laps to go here from Richmond. The DripDropz 200 here. Crawford and Thurston. Thurston wants to win this race, I'm sure. Takes a really high lane here, maybe to get some runoff of turn 2. Gonna get a great run. Man, what a good move this is. Go down low, get the preferred line again. Back from Blaze. Not gonna be enough though, it looks like. Blaze gonna clear him here out of turn 3. And around he goes. Blaze Crawford, new leader up front. Man, Blaze Crawford, I'll tell you what, a couple seasons ago, I want to say season 6 maybe, season 7? I think season 6. He, man, championship 4 driver, that was back when we had, that one race playoff, and then whoever, finishes ahead of the other three wins the championship. Man, he was so quick. I think it was Homestead, maybe Auto Club. I could be wrong, but whatever track that was, he was doing so good. Stage 2 winner, I believe he was. And then boom, disconnects. Has a internet outage or a, whatever, electric issue. And man, felt so bad for him. Blaze could definitely be a champion for sure in this league by now, but unfortunately the iRacing gods had something else to say. Unfortunate, but Blaze very, very quick. Always good to see ASRA alumni doing well for themselves, and cool to see him in the Coke Series. So, hey, right now though, 20 to go, might be able to steal another win away. As quick as he is, Thurston right now in P2. Bigger picture, I think, is the idea for him right now. P1 does pay 5 more points than P2, so there is incentives to try and win, but as far as bigger picture, Thurston's trying to go for that championship, which means a lot more than this race win, so I think he's fairly content in staying right here in P2. As Max Brady, 3rd spot, great run for him so far, 4th for Van Drugmans, and Brandon Bowie, P5 right here. Again, just consistency is just so king to win championships, especially in this new format, right? Mark Whitley in P6, another great run so far. Has tried different strats, right? Older tires, new tires, trying different strats on variable strategies, and they've worked. I mean, right now he's still in P6, has semi-track position. A lot of these guys, though, Nick Lights, Johnson, Feather Place, all pretty well strung out here. It's Christian Angel all the way back in 10th now, too, which is very, very good after his incident earlier on. Great recovery by a lot of these guys. Jacob Weiss, Joseph Mealy. Only 16 laps to go. Devin Smucker right here in P14. Now again, he came in as the championship leader, 5 points above Brandon Bowie. And right now he is 9 spots away from Bowie's spot. So that gap has closed, and Bowie has surpassed that. Smucker has not had great luck today with stage points and things like that. So man, it's going to be really tough for him to keep grinding it out in Nashville, especially with what we're seeing with Thurston's success today. I'll tell you what, Nashville's going to be really, really tight on points. One thing I've always wanted, and Hutchinson, if you're still here, man, one thing I've really wanted is like, give us live points. I would love to have a live point graphic or thing on stream to show you guys how the points look, as they run, right? That would be so cool. It might be possible with other programming. I'm not super sure. SDK, what we use right now behind the scenes to show off the scoring and whatnot, doesn't allow that. We can't do that yet, according to the developers. And I've talked to them and seeing if we can do that, but we can't do it just yet. So it's not as effective on the stream to say where exactly people are, but we're going to try and get creative next week to show off real standings. Right here, the man, tough battle here. Jacob Weiss, Mealy, side by side, 11 to go. And Crawford checking out. I mean, he is right now 2 seconds ahead of James Thurston. We didn't really see this speed earlier. We saw how quick he was. Started P2, obviously has some speed, but man, he is just in a different realm right now in that spot. Thurston second, Brady in 3rd spot. Van Drugmans having a fantastic run here after his win last week in Auto Club. And then Bowie and Whitley, our pair of 2-time champions here, looking to try and score that top 5 run. Little wall bang right there. And not to jinx it either, but a really good green flag run right here for these boys. Really good to see how they can manage on a long run. Right now, obviously, it's pretty much full nighttime conditions, so it's easier for these guys to really handle the car. Track is really gripped up. I think this is really helping the handling, and old tires obviously play a big role into that, as well as Thurston makes his way around this track still 2.3 seconds back. Lap traffic though, 7 laps to go for the DripDropz 200. Crawford trying to get around these guys. A lot of traffic actually up ahead. Can he get around it effectively? So Villalobos down a lap. Will Doe, Thomas Meeks next in line for the most part. Daryl Young right here in P16. Going to be his last race for us in this series. Unfortunately, he has some work commitments to do on Tuesdays of all days, and so unfortunately he'll be gone after today's race. Two-time winner in this series, both at super speedways. One of our super speedway just ringers, I guess. Just, you know, very, very good at those tracks. And hey, maybe we'll see him again at tracks like that, or an appearance here or there in future seasons, maybe as a sub, or we'll see. You never know what life can bring you. But good stuff out of Daryl Young right there in P16. Not a bad run today, especially after that damage from earlier on. 4 to go here at the line. Man, Crawford. A couple of different players today. We saw Van Drugman leading a bunch, Thurston leading a bunch. But right now, Blaze Crawford, just something clicked, and he has just been on absolute rails these last 50 or so laps. On his way to a second win this season. Solid day for James Thurston, going to be in P2 if he keeps it up. Brady Drugman, Mark Whitley, Brandon Bowie going to fall back here to P6, it looks like. With Fetter Place maybe in line to surpass his team owner. All signs point to Blaze Crawford, though. You don't want to see a caution right now with a 3.5 second lead. There we go. White flag is out. The Starch Industries 1 to go here from Richmond. The DripDropz 200. Tell you what, short track action. We saw all of it today. Big wrecks, some tempers, a lot of fast drivers. But right now, none faster than Blaze Crawford. Texas OEM wheels. Gonna get the W today from Richmond. There he is, Blaze Crawford, the winner for the DripDropz 200, followed by Thurston, Max Brady, Van Drugman, Mark Whitley. Better place in P6, Bowie, Lights, Angel, Michael Johnson in P9. Great run out of Blaze Crawford, got the job done today. Gonna come down pit road, not even gonna do no donuts, no nothing. Hold on now. Burnout in pit road. Either way, man, awesome run here out of Blaze Crawford. Big win. Just back-to-back weeks now where we've seen back-to-back weeks now. Awesome job here out of Blaze Crawford. Gets the job done. We'll come right back, folks. We'll thank some sponsors. We'll talk to your top 3.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. We are back for post-race of the DripDropz 200. I believe my mic might have cut out at the end of the race right there. Apologize for that. No idea why it's doing that, but all good. We're back now. We're going to bring in Max Brady, P3 on the day. See if we can bring in our top three. Here's the man, Max Brady, in that number 17 machine. Awesome job today, dude. P3 on the day. Had some speed there majority of the race and got yourself a P3, man. Awesome job. How do you feel?
Yeah, actually, I feel pretty good. I mean, this season for me has been about as bad as you can have. So,
yeah,
being on the podium is pretty good there. So, I kind of had Richmond circled the whole season too, because I feel like this is my best track. And I think it's the first race me and my Flem Dog teammate Blaze. I think this is the first time we've raced together this season, or maybe like second or third. But it's been a while. So you know, we kind of did our thing like we usually do whenever we stop screwing around and actually just concentrate. So yeah, it was a good little race. I'll take a third. I really wanted second, but I got Thurston there with like 10 laps left and then my tires fell off. So, and I thought I had something for Blaze like early in the race, and then the first run we read our tires and he was way better than me. So I kind of knew if we had a long run, I knew he was probably going to run away with it. So
yeah, either way, man, not bad. I think you were pretty instrumental in his other win at Daytona, if I recall. Maybe I'm wrong there, but either way, P3 can't be upset about it. But good stuff, dude. Give us a shout out for your sponsors, or what you got, man?
Yeah. Obviously got to thank Flagship Motorsports for the car and for the design for adding me to their team whenever we did this deal a couple seasons ago. And obviously the Flagship sponsors, which are Flem Dog Auto Repair, San Antonio Karting Complex, Wheels America, Texas OEM Wheels, Oasis Sim Racing, Southern Diesel Solutions, Wise Owl Wash, and Harpoon Designs for the paint. And yeah, shout out to Blaze for the dub, and good race to James as well. I think he might be in the championship lead, so good for him.
Awesome job, man. Good stuff. Hey, we'll catch you next time, dude. Awesome race.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Good stuff out of Max Brady. P2 going to be James Thurston on the day. Let's bring him in as well. There's the man, James Thurston, today in the number 6 Murphy Esport machine. Red, white, and blue machine today, by the way. Love it. Looking good. P2, I know you wanted the win, but hey, big picture, really, really good day for you, man.
Yes, sir. That's really what I was thinking about there. Blaze was just miles quicker than me on the long run. Seemed like he was just driving in a different way than I was. Yeah, I think if I wasn't going for this championship, that battle there between me and him would have lasted a little bit longer. But yeah, we're thinking big picture here. We got lots of points today. Did exactly what I needed to do after Auto Club. And yeah, I'm very happy with the second place, but obviously would have liked the win. This track is very special to me. It's my home track. So, you know, you always want to win there.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it looked really, really fast. To your point, got the stage points, stage 1 winner. So, yeah, great points on the day. Obviously, we'll do the math and everything. But, yeah, definitely, Auto Club wasn't bad, but wasn't great either. You know, it had that 20-point deficit. Today definitely, I think, made that up. So, it's going to come down to Nashville, man. What are your thoughts on that track? Do you like it? Do you know, what are the vibes?
Yeah, I like that track pretty much. It's been a good track to me in the past. When it was first added to the service, it was my favorite. but you know, a lot of things have changed since then. And yeah, it's a fun track. I think that we should have a good race there, and hopefully I'll have good pace. And yeah, I mean, really, I just don't think that I should have been in this deficit to begin with. But you know, I think that we made much smarter decisions this race than last race, and we got dug out of it for the most part heading into the last one.
Awesome job, man. Yeah, give us a real quick shout out. Floor is yours for your friends, family, sponsors, man. What you got?
All right, just got to thank Brian Murphy for letting me drive for him this season. Sucks that we have to close doors at the end of the season, but it's been a great time running for him. Just thanks to him most, and also thanks to Cardano, DripDropz, Monita, all of our wonderful sponsors. And yeah, I hope we can go ahead and close this thing out here in a week and be finishing on top.
Yes, sir, man. Big day for you next week. Awesome job tonight, though. Hey, go and have a good night, man. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, man. You too.
There he is, James Thurston, P2 on the day. But hey, that big picture is definitely big. Looking to get that first championship next week if he can. Next up, we're going to bring in the winner for today's race, Blaze Crawford. Let's get him in real fast. Where is he? There he is, Blaze Crawford today, number 12 machine. Man, looked so good right there. That last 50 or so laps. Had qualified second, fast all day. Kind of looks like situationally couldn't really, you know, get to the front, but once you did, man, you were absolutely gone, dude. How'd that car feel? How do you feel, man? Big win today, second on the season.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I just hung around that top 5 quietly, you know, for the first 140 laps or so. Just trying to take care of my stuff and figure out the balance of the car and just, you know, optimize it. And those last 50 laps of the race, I knew what I needed, and it all clicked, and dude, we were gone. Those last 30, 35 laps, I think we were 2/10 clear of everyone every lap. So it was pretty cool. It was really nice to come in here and run good. This is back-to-back wins since last time I was able to run with you guys.
True.
So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Daytona. Yep.
makes it really good. Really happy with that, and thankfully I'll be back next week too for the final race of the season. So feeling good, man. Definitely feeling good. Max Brady and me getting the top 3. You can't ever complain when the flag motors are up front. So we're happy we're back, and let's ride, man.
Looking good, dude. Always happy to have you, and obviously, hey, good stuff today. P1 on the board. Give us your shout-outs, man. Sponsors, friends, what you got?
Oh, big shout out to that flag motor underneath. That thing was about 750 horsepower. Everyone else was on 550, so that was a big advantage. That thing was flying. So shout out to Matt Fleming for having me on this team and giving me the opportunity to come in here and represent him and run good for this flagship group. Definitely really fired to have Wheels America ripping around here, winning races. That's what it's about. Let's get to football season, go Ravens, and let's get to season 9. Let's go win a championship.
Oof. Love that, man. Yeah, just talking about that a second ago. But hey, good stuff, dude. We'll get you next week if you're able to. And hey, good stuff, dude. Have a good night, man.
I appreciate it. Go Ravens, brother.
There he is, Blaze Crawford, big winner today, second on the season. I forgot about that. Yeah, his last time he raced with us, Daytona, he won it. So yeah, back to back in some form or fashion for him. So awesome to see. But hey, Richmond definitely proved to be a fun one today. Second to last race of the season right now. Obviously, Thurston got some great points. Bowie up there in P7. Smecker, not too great. 14th spot today. Didn't really do well in stage points either. And then we know Hagen had that unfortunately bad day today as well. Had great stage points, but those finishing points going to be ending up finishing 28th, second to last. So really unfortunate. May take him out, but we'll do the math and we'll see what happens. Nashville next week could change the game. Be here next Tuesday night, folks, for the Championship Series finale in Nashville Superspeedway. Going to be a lot of fun. Concrete track. Always different. Hard to pass there, but it can definitely be fun if it gets a little loose. So we'll see how that goes. But hey, appreciate everybody being here tonight. Hit that sub button if you can. We'll catch you next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m., season finale. Have a good night, folks. We love you.